Hey everyone, I've addressed this topic before on this channel. However, I'm going to give you a different perspective and a tool to use when you're looking to get someone to do something that they're not currently doing. Okay, by the way, this refers to you if you're selling something. This refers to you if you have a peer that you'd like to get them to take more action on something. You're looking to get a new job. Or for us parents, when we're looking to get our children to do something that they wouldn't do otherwise. And so, with that in mind, when we tell someone to do something or we strongly encourage someone to do something, that has a high degree of cortisol producing effects on the person who we're telling that to. As you probably know or may know, cortisol is the stress hormone. The stress hormone, again, as you may know, induces one of two actions from a human being. It's fight or flight. Our children tend to fight. It's no, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to. In a professional world, we don't have as many of those fights these days. No one wants that confrontation. What people tend to do is say something like, okay, I'll get to it. I got it. I understand. Check back with me in a week. Hey, if you keep this in front of us, we'll take a look at it later. All of these things, while they seem accurate or honest on the surface, they are simply the flight mechanism. They are saying, I want out of this conversation and I want to talk about or do something else. And so, how do we solve this problem? Is we take the science piece of this. In other words, when we say these types of things, it drives cortisol. How do we drive the other hormone in there that makes us feel good about what we're asking someone to do? That would seem really complex. It's not. It's helping people come to the conclusion that what you're asking them to do is what they need to do. Now, that's again seems very complex. However, the process of doing that starts with a question. No surprise. That's what we do with Development Next Leaders. Teach the right questions to get people to do the things that they wouldn't do without your influence. And so the question is not, the comment isn't, I need you to do this, I want you to do this, I want you to do it right now, and here's how I want you to do it. They're the things that drive that fight or flight mechanism. We're looking to ask people, this is how you drive this oxytocin, this is a feel-good chemical. We're looking to ask people is, if you were going to do this, how would you do it? What are the 2 or 3 steps you would take? What would they look like? And if you did do it, what would be the result? You ask those questions. By the way, maybe you've done something like this in the past, and maybe they haven't always delivered the results that you've wanted in the timeliest of fashions when you want. However, from a scientific perspective, they yield oxytocin, the feel-good hormone in the person's body that you're talking to. It makes your children feel better. It makes your peers feel better. It makes your boss feel better when you ask them, how would you do this? What steps would you take? And then most importantly, from our perspective, because I'm working with salespeople every day, is how best would you take, like, from where we are today in the sales process to ultimately get to the place when you're using it? Ask them how they would like to do it. Get collaborative. Once you're collaborative, you're driving oxytocin. Once you're driving oxytocin, the relationship feels better. It speeds up the sales process and it keeps people feeling really good about you and the relationship you're creating with them. Good selling, everyone. And if you will, please subscribe below. Right about there.